We are live once again. Sorry for the interruption there. I hope I will wait until a few people get online. We're going to be talking about these Western knives really quick. Some of the coolest knives. Mine aren't too clean at this point. I did have some questions. Someone was asking about a Tony Bose knife. I am so sorry. I don't know how long this connection is going to last. This is my mom's house for the time being, and her internet's kind of iffy. But in the meantime, if you have that question, please let me know, because I definitely have an opinion on that one that you wrote. Here's a Western. This is a single blade. It's been sharpened a few times, but it still has a nice feel to it. Check that out. Isn't that cool? Oh, nice. It's got a nice shield on it. Western just made some really nice knives. They're shaped different. They're flatter. They're more the back pocket knife. That's something they already had. I mean, you can look at maybe an older Schrade single blade, right? And you can see how it looks in comparison. It's a larger knife. It's got a thicker blade, thicker back springs. It's just all around bigger, but flatter. So did you, I was trying to, ask it. That was the Tony Bose. The Hunters, not too popular. They just aren't. They're not hot sellers. It's a knife that nobody would ever really carry. It's a beautiful knife, gorgeous knife. A lot of expensive to produce, collectible. If you're going to get, and $100, it's not a dream price. Shoot for your dream price. I know you too well to answer, to pay retail. That's retail. They're not collectible yet. The Tony Bose series of knives will not be appreciated probably for another 20 years, unfortunately. Great for users though, but they're not going to be appreciated. It's not going to be like GC where, hey, like people like me were like, go out and buy them, because in 5 years, they're going to be worth a lot of money. Once people realize what they're getting there, people will end up paying more money for it. Oh, is it lost again? Yeah. But yeah, don't spend that much money on those Tony Bose. So yeah, the TB knives are $200, and at most $300. So I would. So don't get it. No, I wouldn't. Yeah. I mean, it's a nice looking knife, but it's not a knife that just really screams, I know you want one. Wait until the one you want is there. I always try to imagine like 4 or 5 knives that I really want. And that way, when I go on eBay or I'm at a knife store, I don't get too focused on a certain brand. Like I've got to get one of these series or something like that, because it can kind of distort what I truly want to collect. Then I get these oddball knives that I really don't care for in my collection. Even though they're beautiful knives, they really just don't have a part in my collection. I'll show you another oddball knife, right? And these are the mistakes, or these are the things that I really pay attention to, because I like to be a really happy man, right? I like to love everything that I have. I like to know that I made a good investment, and it makes me feel good. These were expensive. These were pretty, they got me. I was traveling. I just had to have a case. I was traveling through case country. I stopped and I bought this. It's a Case Select. Great knife, but it's just not my cup of tea. It's just not, it doesn't do it for me. That doesn't do it for me. It just doesn't. You need to know what you want. This just doesn't do it for me. Maybe for someone else it does. Um, Not a big fan. They're hard to open. Yeah. Now the whittler, I got both mine for 200 a piece. No, one for 150. And that was at a knife show. They don't, like I said, they don't sell very well, and $150 is a lot of money to somebody that needs some money. So when you go to a knife show, people that sell knives and need money. Sometimes everybody needs money; they got to pay the rent. You don't want to, but if someone offers them a low ball, that's 150 bucks. Sometimes people will do it, and they'll take a loss on that knife. So, and you're there, not taking advantage of them, but helping them out. I have two of the whittlers, and both my whittlers have the chestnut bone, which I feel they did the best on. This is a dogleg jack, and they just did a great job on this knife. This knife all around is just amazing. Just all the way around. It's just a beautiful knife. But the whittlers were some of the more difficult knives, and Tony Bose had to actually go there and help them with that. So, yeah. So the recommendations I have for you guys today is to look at Western knives. And the reason I collect this specific knife, Western knives, is that it's a very functional knife. And they are just so well made. They all come with half stops, and they just have incredible blades that are just a little bit beefier than everything else that was on the market at the time. And to compare this with the standard pocket knife, clip blade like a Schrade, you see the difference, right? How about a case? We'll do a case for you guys. Here's a 70s case. Okay. The elegant design. Look at that polished edge on that case knife, though. Look at that. See that polished edge on this knife right here? Look at that. Case did such a good job on their 70s knives. Look at that. Just beautiful. That's such a beautiful knife. That's why Case is so popular. Nice hollow ground blade. This Western's real beefy also. Built to use. Look at the size of that choil. So these are real bone handles. Something that you would carry in your pocket. No half stop, but easy to close. It's just such a well-made design. Half stop like that. Still, it'll stop it. Look at the springs. Okay, here's the case. Here's the Western. Look at the difference between those back springs. See the difference? Now this is these silver. Yeah, these are silver liners, nickel silver liners. These are brass liners on this. Oh, and this is a Schrade single blade. Real nice knife. Made in USA. Real nice little pocket knife. Got a nice little locking liner lock in there. So I would suggest checking out some of these Western knives. Enjoy yourself while they're here. They are going to go away. It's another brand of knife that's going to be hard to find ones that haven't been used. So shoot for the mint models because they made an awful lot of these. What's going to be collectibles? The ones that are in absolute perfect condition. All right, something like this is just in unused, beautiful condition. Look at that blade right there. It's just built to use. Look at the angle they have it at. It's it's made to use. Everything about this is screaming, use me. How about a Camillus New York USA Trapper brass bolsters, 1989, 2007? Ooh, for $60. Camillus New York USA Trapper, 89, 2007. I would check that out. Yeah, brass bolsters. What's the handle material on it? Yeah, what's the handle material on it? I would connect, but my internet's so unstable. What I did last time is I actually had eBay and I could talk to you guys. The I could lose you at any moment. It's my mom lives in the city. She lives in Los Angeles, basically, or just outside of Los Angeles. And there are so many people here. The internet is just totally unstable. The population is just blown up in this area. My new house, though, I got internet there. That is screaming. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to have like backdrops. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be fantastic. I'm going to do some live eBay stuff. Oh, yeah. We're going to be looking at stuff, sharing knowledge, making some good decisions. Oh, wood? Cool. Has the wood changed color yet? Has it taken on a nice hue to it? Wish I could take a look at it. I got a chameleon, an older Camillus. I do not have an older Camillus, do I? I have no example of that for you. But Camillus made some really nice knives. They made a lot of knives for other companies back then. They're great knives. It's going to be a better built knife than what's probably currently out there. It's not going to be as pretty as a case knife, probably, but not very many things are as pretty as a case knife. You know, um, you can always argue for a tough knife. If I was going to go out in the woods for a long time, I'd probably grab the Western, right? But I don't know. This case is pretty nice with these nickel silver bolsters, and it's just so pretty and so nice and so perfectly made. It says case on it, and everything's all lined up and shiny on it. Look at that. Yeah, there's something about a case knife that's just absolutely amazing. And the ones with non-matching bone like this one, all right, you can get for a good price. Now on eBay, you might only see a picture of this side, right? And they won't show you a picture of this side. They might just forget to show you that side. That's the problem with eBay. So you really want to pay attention to what you're doing. Okay. It's hard to tell. It's mint. Yes, these are mint. You can even see the etching. Case tested. Razor's Edge XX, which means that it had the next step done, which is that fine edge. This is just so sharp. They really made them nice this year. Just incredible. I tried getting one of the 707s and 717s that you recommended, but they are crazy prices right now. Yeah, they're going up. And they probably went up a little bit when I mentioned them, but keep your eye out. That'll only be for a couple days. Not very many people watch me live. So if you happen to be the ones that are watching me live, you get first dibs. But obviously, after about 100 people have watched this, you got to remember the people that watch me are all knife collectors. And 30 or 40 bucks for a great knife isn't a bad price. So if I recommend a knife, yeah, probably the next day it's going to be a little bit more expensive, which is good for the person that's selling the knife. It's good for knife prices in general, right? We all invest in knives. We all want our collections to increase in value, right? But there's a lot of knives out there that are undiscovered. I've got a whole list that I need to go through. And these are all knives that are going to go up in value. They're all knives that are going to be disappearing off the market relatively soon. And something that if you only had known, nobody knew Camillus was going to go out of business. Few people knew, you know. But did we have money? Did we have money to buy this stuff then? Life is all about timing. It's so crazy, you know. Well, hey, I am going to end this live broadcast. I can recommend Perrier Juice Drink, the juice drink that makes you feel fantastic. Actually, my wife got this on sale, and it's pineapple, mango, and it's got a few calories in it. It's got some bubbles in it. Not quite as sweet as soda. And you know what it tastes like? It tastes like Corona beer. I'm not lying. And I'm a recovering alcoholic here. That tastes just like a Corona with a lime in it. To the T. To the T. So for you guys that can't drink no more, pick yourself up a Corona with lime in it. That's exactly what this stuff tastes like. See, it's these little things that nobody knows about. So I've been watching old knife vids and learning a lot. That's awesome. That's awesome. I try again. Okay. Yeah, who have I been watching? I am going to make a list of people that I enjoy watching on YouTube. It might surprise you. But in general, a lot of my information comes from reading. I like to read and scan very quickly. I like to look at spec sheets. I like to look at old catalogs. And then I like to study history also. And because that tells you a lot about which knives are going to become popular, and watching the shows and different things like that. Newspaper is always really good too. Oh, this Western knife. Hello, Texas toothpick. No, it's not. It's a fishing knife. Got a little place there to sharpen up your hook. Got a little dirt on that. I gotta fix that. So check those out for me. Bruckmann single blades. These are right here. La la la. Okay, those are probably up to like $20 now. Okay, a couple years ago, you get them for $5 a piece. They were giving them away. They all had beautiful polishing. Now this is related to Keen Cutter or a German brand. I forget. I gotta look it up. Very unusual knife. Talk about a carrion knife right here. 2 blades and a corkscrew. Yeah, 2 blades and a corkscrew. I know what you're talking about. What color did you get? Because they come in all kinds of colors. You can get them in buffalo horn. You can get them in all kinds of stuff. Is it synthetic? Is it synthetic? Man, you got a good knife, huh? You're stoked about that. And those have the crocus polish, huh? So those have the really polished blades also. That was really popular back then. Even the standard German, a lot of the German knives, they love to have the corkscrew on there. And that really nice polish. And then this one comes with a nice fingernail blade. I love those indented groove type. This is a serious nail file. And this is just a standard Soligen. It's just a no-name German brand. Just no name. I mean, this would be something that would be in some hardware store, some drugstore on the side of the counter. Stainless steel. Buffalo horn and white cracked ice, I think they call it. That is sweet. Nice. Guess everybody drank wine back then. I don't know. What do you think of German red eye? Good. Yeah, German red eye is good. Some of these new companies though have been sold. And they're, some of the new ones like Kissing Crane, they're made in China now. So you gotta be really careful. That's a real beautiful knife. All right, well, hey, I'm getting sidetracked. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. I might post this, I might not. I might just leave it up if you guys find it interesting. I had a great day today. Spent the day at church with the family and did some stuff. Went for a walk with the dog, and then I started thinking about these knives. There's another company that I'm really thinking about right now, and oh my goodness, you can get them so cheap right this second. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that in a couple days. So that's a hint. Gotta go. It's too good. It's too good. I think I'm gonna buy one right now. I might buy a few of them. All right, hey, take care, guys. See you later. I gotta go.